Might have a rocky first minute here. For some reason, my dumb brain decided to restart the Wi-Fi 5 minutes before, and it's actually been very slow. So can you guys let me know if you're seeing me? Let's see here. Let me pull up my phone. I can see myself. Just let me know you can see me. For some reason, it keeps wanting to connect. I have two modems. There's the modem in the house and the modem in the barn, and it wants to connect to the barn, and I'm like, no, that's going to be a lot weaker. Stay with me in the house here. All right, I think we're good now. Hello. Welcome to the Sunday show, everybody. It's going to be a really good one. Total mixed bag here. Lots of $10, $20, $30. There's a lot of amazing Spider-Man. Like, there's an entire long box of amazing Spider-Man. There's a almost full run of the first 70 issues of Justice League of America. That's pretty cool. And just a lot of really great stuff. So we're going to have totally some fun today. Obviously, we normally do a Sunday show. We're doing a Saturday because tomorrow's Father's Day, and I know better than to do shows on holidays. So anyway, let's get started. I got my pen, got several of them actually. Let's get to it. Let me just check the Wi-Fi one more time. We're looking good. All right, I'm gonna run it. All right. We're actually gonna start the show with a near mint Iron Man 304. This is the first Hulk Buster armor. It's a $20 book. We're doing them for 15. They're on B. I've also got first cameos of Scream, Lasher, Riot, blah, 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 all those dudes. Lethal Protector 4, near mint. And then the one I like a little bit more because it's a first full appearance of Riot, Lasher, all them. That one's going to be number 5. I typically like to bundle those two, but I don't know. We've got them separated here today. And you know what? I would damn well say that every single one of these is a candidate to get graded. And these are actually 9.6s and 9.8s that move very easily for me. So I'm very okay with doing it myself. Let's see. And we're able to see the chat now. This is a new function on StreamYard, so we can actually see it. So that's pretty sweet. What's up, Sergenko? Yes, hello, everyone. Then I have a near mint, an actual near mint, and it's a newsie. First, Monica Rambeau. This was Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. And if you were to show this to someone in a near mint newsie just 3 years ago, they would have eaten their own shoes. This is crazy that the price has gone that far down, but there you go. Now we're going to have some fun. Here are all my DC Universe logo variants. We got Superboy 5 near mint. All of them are near mint, actually. Superboy 6 DC Universe. On Z on G. Let's see where we have our glare today. What's up, Laura? You're going to get A. And then I think I saw Joe picked up CD. All right. And Mr. Reinhardt's going to take these. Glare on A and E. Interesting. I've noticed in the new house, in this temporary setup, we've been getting a lot of glare on A. Believe it or not, I know somewhere in this box you will see this again. The wedding of Superman and Lois in a DC Universe logo variant. That'll be on H, near mint. I have the first appearance of Rye and first appearance of the grandmother, a perfect condition, Magnus, number 5. That is also going to get graded. Colt gets H. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter show, kind of like last Sunday's, like probably a 3-hour show instead of the 5 hours. Can we get the link? Oh, yeah, totally. Here. I got a gorgeous Invisibles, number 1. Possible 9698 again. That's how we're rolling today. Now, I actually had this last week, and I've got it again at prices to $28. So we're doing it for 20. Perfect condition in Mylar and everything. Isaiah Bradley gets injected and then becomes Captain America in issue 3 and 4 of Truth, Red, White, and Black. So that's $8 off for that bundle. This guy sold it to me 2 weeks ago, and he sold this one to me 1 week ago. So I've got the exact same thing twice. This is not a key, not really anything. It is just a 25 center from DC's Tarzan in impeccable condition. So I just had to show you that one. But that's amazing. That's on D. A little random there, but I kind of like keeping it random. First appearance of Parallax, perfect condition, Green Lantern 50. Some people don't know this is also a glow in the dark. That'll be on G for Green Lantern. Now, for those of you who like to spend a little bit of money, I got 2 near mint minus 141, which I believe is like a tie issue for first Black Suit Spidey. Marvel Team Up 141. And we're going to put them on I. And then I have one, it's actually a newsstand, so it should give it a bump, but I don't really play that. This one's a very fine plus. Still very nice. You get the boost with the newsy. That's going to be on F. I popped all those into the thick Mylar for you. So Vanderpool's going to take Green Lantern. All right. And then Colt gets D. Enrique picks an I, and so does Andy. Yeah, you guys are going to dig the condition on this stuff. All right. And then Scott. Oh, Scott, just a hair late to D. That's okay. Normally a little more expensive than this one. I caught some spine ticks. It's honestly closer to a mid-grade. First solo series of Nightcrawler. Nice entry-level price there at A. That glare is insane, though. Gosh. Going to get graded if it doesn't go. I have a near mint, a bona fide near mint of First Kiss in Comics, Howard the Duck 12. Might be the best copy raw I've ever picked up of that. So there you go. I guess I shouldn't say that. I have gotten 9.8s of that before, but it's possible we might do it again. Chandler picks up an A. No, it's a little better than a fine. F is, I said it's like a very fine plus. A little better than that. Laura Leet. Nice claim. All right. Iconic finds. Oh, just a hair late to D. That's okay. I have between a mid and a high grade. This is Commandi, first appearance of Commandi. Interesting that I chose to put the sticker there. That's a little better. You can actually see him. Commandi number one, it's like 150 if you get a mint. So this is a great price. And that's going to be on I. The last of my J.C. Penney reprints. All of these are near mint. X-Men 63, X-Men 62, and X-Men 28. All of those are gradable candidates as well. In fact, practically this entire wall here, I'd be interested in getting graded if it doesn't sell today. What's up, Mr. Strillick? Let's see. Mr. Palf is going to pick up A. Joe gets a D. Dr. Vegas is getting a G. Good to have you back, Dr. Vegas. It's nice to see people adding to their piles from Wednesday. Thornhill just missed out on G. And again, I wanted to say that this actually prices to $28 when you separate them. So that's $8 off for some perfect copies in Mylar and everything. First Hulkbuster right here, near mint. That is a $20 book all day. I'm just doing 15. So there's some good pricing here. First appearance of Dust, possible 9698 candidate right there on D. Let's do a big book. Fantastic Four Annual, number 3. It's the marriage of Reed Richards and Sue Storm with Jack Kirby and Stan Lee cameos. And first, Hetty Wolf. Copy is about a 4.0 to a 4.5. It's going to be $40 for you Silver Age hunters on D. Oh, a little blurry. Let me just adjust the camera. Oh, gosh, I always forget to say, don't forget to hit that like button, please and thank you. Hit that like button. I have another perfect copy, First Bloodshot. Um, this guy sends me nothing but he only sends me 10 books. He actually mails them to me every week. He only gives me 10 books. They're usually just $10 to $15, but every single one of them is always in Mylar and perfect condition. Honestly, they're all great gradable candidates. So I got to keep him happy because he only sends 10, but they're always good. Grade on F's, a very fine plus. It is a newsstand. Who wants a little scarcity? Amazing Spider-Man number 1 from 2014. This is the first appearance of Cindy Moon. But what's that? That is the 1 in 200 variant in perfect condition. And it's getting graded if it doesn't go. Cali Fortune, the mat is like a $60 book. So no, this is just the regular. From that same guy, we have a What If 44. What if Venom had possessed the Punisher? Classic stuff. Perfect condition. That guy's going to be on B. Looks like you guys are going to let me walk away with a pretty big CGC submission here. I also have another possible 9.8 candidate. First, Pink Kryptonite and what's it? Crisis on Infinite Earths number 8, Homage. Supergirl 79. Iconic Finds picks a B. Callie got an I. All right. Austin's going to get a G. Laura got a D. All right, and we are caught up. Here's the link for those that need it. Let's do another big book. First appearance of Vulcan, X-Men Deadly Genesis, a $50 high. We're doing $10 off at 40. Possible 9698 candidate. It's the much more valuable Quesada variant on D. I also have the rarer Whitman variant of a Star Wars #1. This is a low grade copy. Not terribly low grade, but it is low grade. It's going to be on B, Star Wars #1. I have a gradable candidate of the second appearance of Scott and Cassie Lang, Marvel Premiere 48. I. Kevin's going to pick up a B. Surprised more people didn't jump on that. Kevin, good one. Stormwatch 37, an incredibly scarce book for me. I don't even think I've had it before. I've already marked it to get graded if it does not sell. First, Jack Hawksmoor. First, Jenny Smarks. And first, Rose Tattoo. $30 high. We're doing 25 on G. Perfect condition. If anyone wants to drop some more money, bigger money, $70 for Jungle Action 5. The Black Panther stories begin, and it's the first cameo of Venom. Venom spelled with two M's on the end. And that is about a 7 with room to grow if you do a little pressing. Very nice copy on B. And again, anything over 50 bucks, I'm putting in the thick, nice Mylar for you. And don't forget to hit that like button, please. I am going to start a timer in about a couple seconds. Let's see. All right, before we start a timer, I'm just going to recap what we got here. We've got, I'll leave that up there because we just put that. First appearance of Rye. First, Vulcan. Please hold. First, Invisibles. Second, Scott Lang. Really nice copy. Uh, Isaiah Bradley gets injected and becomes Cap in this issue. Several first Jenny Sparks, Rose Tattoo. First black suit tying issue right there. It's a very fine plus newsy. So let's give you 1 minute. Otherwise, half of this wall I'm getting graded. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. She is my worst employee. All right, you've got 15 seconds on the wall. I'm gonna stay strong, oh Weddle. All right. Looks like I'm doing some grading. Get a grading pile going. All right. Classic Kang cover, 269 right there. Nice, beautiful near mint minus newsy. $30 high. I'm doing 15. Astonishing Tales 24. Beauty right there. I'm doing 10 bucks. Action Comics 598, a near mint newsy. First appearance of Checkmate, and if you look carefully, where is it? They actually misspell Metropolis at the bottom. Oops. Colt. First appearance of Albert and Adam Destin. That's a fun one. Might just be a 9-8 candidate there. This is a one shot. Batman Death of the Innocents Horror of Landmines. I typically do Batman one shots for $4. I see a couple spine ticks. We're going to do it for $2. First, Red Sonia Solo. We've got a very fine. It's going to be on A. There is glare on A. It's a Marvel feature number 1. All right, let's see who got it. Looks like Colt got H. Very fine plus. Invaders number 1. I had to pop that in Mylar for you. That's a beaut right there. That'll be on G. Fine plus, very fine minus, and newsy. One of the toughest, well, probably the toughest, actually, of all the anniversary border variants to find. I actually found that in the wild this week, which was pretty cool. 80 to $100. We're doing it for 40 bucks. Crickets is going to get A. From that guy who only sends me near mint to mint, I have the second Deadpool, and he always sends it in Mylar. I'll do that for 10. We'll do a quick cheapy round. We got another from that guy, Perfect Gotham by Gaslight, near mint. And this is an extremely early Amanda Connor cover, Gargoyles issue number, what's it, 9 or 10? I can't even tell. Scarce, tough to find in high grade, and I got a near mint, and it's on B. Gargoyles from the 90s, of course. Colt, Vander, Jason Todd becomes Robin, near mint minus, but hey, it's the newsy. Wow. It's going to be on C. I don't, you know what? I have found the Care Bear, the Masters of the Universe, and what's the other really tough one? There's another one that's really tough. I've found those way more than the Ewok ones. I don't know. Who actually got B? Oh, Jimmy. Do you have a Gargoyles cover? I do. 2023, 24, something like that. And quite honestly, I think I can do a lot better. I got to do another cover because I'm not totally thrilled with the cover I did. There's a funny story actually about that. I'll have to tell it sometime. I'm going to pull from my bigger boys box. We have Cole, #1, super high grade copy. It's actually the third appearance of Cole, Origin, but a #1. I did pop that in Mylar. I typically put the $50 and higher, but you know what? I couldn't resist. It's a beautiful #1, and it's going to be on V. Classic Gray versus the Green Hulk. Nice high grade copy there, and Newsy. And that's the direct price, so I did not upcharge for the Newsy on that. Wolverine Limited Series. This is the mid-grade copy, first appearance of Yukio. Now, this is normally like a $40 to $50 book if it's perfect, but I got like a 5.0, so we're doing $7 on I. Mike Sort. All right, and where are we? Mike Sort. Let me just check. I Somewhere in between a mid and a high grade. I'm going to do $10 on an Iron Man 100 A. Okay, caught up there. A nice sharp Leonardo #1. First solo series from Leonardo for you TMNT heads. I'd say about an 8.0 Man Thing #3. First appearance of Fool Killer on B. Vader, good one. I'm surprised this is still here. All right. One of my favorite comic books ever. I think the entire premise is hilarious. Luke Cage goes all the way to Doctor Doom and says, "Hey man, you owe me $200. What the hell?" Talk about stay in your lane, man. This is a high grade copy of A Hero for Hire #9. Casino, what's G? That is an Invaders #1. It's about a very fine plus, very sharp copy. Possibly it's about a 9.0. You got it, Ed. Don't get me wrong, Luke Cage is strong, but Doc Doom, chill. Okay. A little cheapy, but this is possibly a 9698 Marvel Premiere 44, first solo Jack of Hearts on B. That could even be a 9.8. That is really clean. Let's go controversial. This is the birth of Miracle Man, first appearance of Winter, but it even comes with a warning. It contains extremely graphic depictions of birth. I think they even did crazy close-ups on purpose. This is a An interesting read. I did read that just to see what the hell they were talking about, and sure enough, it's pretty wild. First appearance of Ricochet Rita, Spiral. This is the Newsy. It's a very fine plus, near mint minus, long shot, number 2. Hmm, that might have to get graded. First appearance of Mojo, long shot, number 3. Deacon picked up 1. Mr. Baker got A. Very fine plus, maybe a near mint minus. You do have to give it a press. Long shot number 1, and it's a newsie. First appearance of long shot. That'll be down here on I. I've kind of got a purple thing going on over here. I have what is likely a 9.8, despite being from 1977. First appearance of the 3D Man. Wolverine Battles the Incredible Hulk is a reprint of 180 and 181, and this is a beaut right there. $12. A. Half, half. Where are you? There. First appearance of Lilith. First cameo of Midnight Suns. Near mint minus. C. Ghost Rider 28. Cole. Be much more valuable. It's actually double the cost of a first print. First appearance of X Force, New Mutants 100, Near Mint Plus, the gold, second printing. Vegas. Silver Age alert. I got a nice mid grade copy of a Captain Marvel #1, second appearance of Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and Ronan the Accuser. I'm going to put that on C, and then I have to take a leak. I don't know why this happens to me every time I do a claim sale. Maybe it's because it's raining outside. Give me a second. All right, I'm back, and Casino got G. Casino, you're gonna like that one. Colt picked a D. And sick. All right. Near mint 377. And is this first Professor Hulk? It's odd that I see this book all the time and I would forget something like that. $15 high, but I've had it enough. We can do it for 12. Second appearance of Spawn. I have two perfect copies. They're going to be here on D. Possible 9/8, the two of them. Looks like Laura picked that one. And Deacon and Joe. Perfect copy. First Angela. It'll be on C. No, not just PayPal. It'll be a PayPal invoice, but people always forget that when you get an invoice, you can pay with any major credit card. You can pay. You can actually link it to your Venmo. You can pay in any way. It's very easy. Mr. Bowers picked up Angela. Penguin, yes, sir. We're gonna have some fun with that. All right, let's do a big book. First appearance of Deadman. I've got about a 4-5 here, maybe a 5. We're gonna do 200. D for Deadman. And what way to follow Deadman with Darkhawk? That is actually a possible 9698 right there. That is going to be on C. I don't know what happened to this sticker here, but let me see. My $10 sticker got a little hijacked. Marvel Comics 72, First Weapon X. James, why the hell are you doing only $10? There is, I'm sure you can see it, a finger bend right on the top there. It's actually gorgeous otherwise, but there you go, $10. Casey picked up wait, that can't be. I just put that book. Oh, wow. I kind of thought Deadman would have gone like that. And then I have the near mint of 74, which is another one of the more valuable keys from the Weapon X stuff. Here's a cheapie. First microchip, Punisher number 4. All right, let's see what we got. Vanderpool's taking first Deadman. Heck yeah, guys, give a round of applause for that one. All right, and then we've got Mr. Colt grabs up an A. I'm taking this guy down. Here's a book that actually got banned in some countries. Astonishing 51. First same-sex marriage for Marvel on D. Near mint. And I got two of these. Punisher Armory, number one. I have the near mint, and I have another one that's a little bit lower. This was a strange run. It was very low print. Not really too many people picked it up. They go for $30. I'm just being nice here on 20. I think it's 10 issues, and every issue he explains why he uses a different gun. It's very bizarre, very sought after, and you got two options there, depending on condition. Casey says, I claim Deadman. All right, I have to do a check. All right, so here's Vander's, but somewhere Casey said he got D. Casey, I do not see a claim for D anywhere. I see a claim for I, but that's not D. I see nowhere on here a claim for D. So we're going to give it to Austin. Bowers. And Jedi. You got it, Jed? Oh, Batman here for you. This is a classic cover right there. This one's like a fine plus, maybe a very fine minus. Let's call it safe, a fine plus. That's going to be issue 321 on D. Near mint, first Captain Planet. Mr. Matt Dalton picks an eye. And someone got an E. Looks like Jimmy. Near mint, Wolverine, limited series number 4. Ed, you were noticeably late to that book. That was not, you did not get that. Nothing on E. Joe gets D. Marvel Comics presents is it 118? I actually put the key issue sticker over the thing. That is $10. It's actually a $15 high. Here's a near mint. I always thought it was just a classic Wolverine versus Venom, and it is, but it's also a preview of Doom 2099. So we'll put it on D for Doom 2099. Possible 9-8 here. First appearance of Daken, not in disguise. Wolverine Origins 11. And that's pegged to go out and get graded if it doesn't go. Vegas got D. Nice, Vegas. Anybody doing anything cool for Father's Day? Drop it in the chat. Apparently, my wife has something planned. I don't know how to tell her that all I really want for Father's Day is to literally catch up on some work, but I think that's an unacceptable thing to say. So I'm just going to keep that one to myself. Uh, Near mint to mint, second appearance of Jubilee. Actually, it's also the one where she gets the actual Jubilee look as well. That's going to be on D. Oh, Brian Boland classic, Elvira's House of Mystery, #1. First Elvira in comics, baby. Oh boy. Near mint newsy. That'll have like 10 people jump on that. Looks like Colt got that one. Here we go. Silver Hawks 1, 2, and 3. You can kind of tell I bundled them all together, and all of them are near mint. This is actually #1 was the one that I thought was the best. This was like a near mint plus. Going out to get graded. If you guys don't, that'll be on G. Laura Elite got A. Another one I'd like to get graded. The second printing of Silver Surfer 50. #1, the first printing's always like 3, 4, or $5. The second printing's got some value. And I think the reason being is they actually outlined him and it just looks a lot better. It's still foil and everything like the first print, but that one tends to have a little boost in value, and that's going to be on D. I've also got a near mint newsy of Doctor Strange 31, first appearance of Nox, as well as the Fear Lords. Double key on E. Kevin. Full run of X-Men versus the Avengers, all high grade, of course, on I. Guys, help me clear up some of these other spots. It gets confusing when it keeps being D, G, D, G, D, G. Possible 9-8 candidate, first appearance of The Next Men. Dark Horse presents 54. D for Dark Horse. There we go. Colt. Johnny Jarrett. And Dalton. Batman #3 is the actual first appearance of the Court of Owls, as well as Luca Volk and the Whisper Gang. New 52. Near mint minus on H. Let's do a big boy. I got about an 8-0. First Power Girl. Put that one on A, but it will have glare. Guys, I actually have the chat up on the screen to kind of minimize the amount of backtracking we have to do. So just check the chat in the bottom right, because that's the actual live chat that I see. That's not the YouTube, that's the actual StreamYard. Vanderpool got A. Jimmy got B. Nice. Colt picks the F. I think Jiminy Cricket's got it. I can't say for sure. I don't want to do too much backtracking here. First full appearance of Black Flash, Flash 141, perfect copy. It's going to be on B for Black Flash. I love that this is in Mylar. I didn't do this. I normally put like $50 books, but God, this is Neron summons Batman from the dead, and it's my favorite variant. Let's just take a second. Let's just look at that. That is sex, dude. That is a good freaking cover. B is out of here. Oh, Weddle. Piazza or Alan Smith. Guys, I've got like a full sets of some stuff. If we can clear the wall, I can do either a full round of nothing but jungle action, and I also have some near mint Street Fighter. Help me get some of these books up the wall. All of these are slim pickings. That's a possible 9-8 first Darkhawk, possible 9-8 first Next Man. And first Court of Owls, come on. Rat, there's nothing on F. You know what? I'm just gonna grade that myself. I'm pulling it myself. Jarrett, someone grab our loose end right there. All right, and here's our jungle action. Thank you, sir. All right, Jungle Action 24. This is the first appearance of Wind Eagle. This one's about an 8.5, maybe in the nines. I'm going to put that on D. A little underrated one. Listen to this. So it's a mid-grade, right? But it's a Jungle Action 7. Second appearance of Killmonger. First full appearance of Venom with 2 M's. Number 8, Black Panther's origin and first appearance of Malice, as well as contains a map of Wakanda. This is a fine plus $50 high. We're doing for 15. A. Laura got C. Thorne got D. I also have 12, first appearance of Somber, the Oracle of Resurrection. This one's a very fine. It's going on H. First appearance of King Cadaver, $25 high. I've got the fine plus copy. It's going to be on B. It's issue 10. First appearance of Lord Carnage, spelled kind of to look like Carnage, but spelled Karnaj. $20 high. We're doing $8 for this more mid-grade copy on C. Laura takes both. Oh, Laura takes all of them. All right, and then Jungle Action 13. First appearance of the mythical White Gorillas, mid-grade, $5. 17 is the Death of Killmonger, mid-grade, $8. 18 is the first appearance of Madam Slay, another $50 high. We're doing for $15 on E. Before you ask, no, I do not have Killmonger's first appearance. I never have Killmonger's first appearance. It's kind of too bad. 23, iconic burn cover, $40 high, $20 there for very fine minus on I. 19 is one of the Black Panther versus the KKKs. It's the most valuable one because he's fighting them on the cover. $60 high. We're doing the mid grade for 20. And the other one, another Black Panther versus KKK. This one's a key first strangler, Soul Strangler. And the last one, Black Panther versus KKK. It's issue number 20. Let's see what we got here. Torn got both. Okay. All right, now that I've got a full wall to work with, here's a perfect copy of a Street Fighter #1. All the other non-key issues, I'm just going to do for $4. You could say claim B through E. You could say claim Street Fighter, whatever you want to do. I'm good for it. I actually thought I had more. Apparently, I just have the 4. Let's see what we got. Someone grab up these stragglers. It's a #5 and a #3. Perfect condition. First appearance of the new Blue Beetle. You want to get graded if you guys don't want it. First appearance of Etrigan the Demon, one of my favorite comic books of all time, mid-verging into high grade. This is #1 on D for Demon. Three copies, all near mint. First full appearance of the Midnight Suns, Ghost Rider 31 on G. Rat, you got it. And I'll tell you what, if we can clear the wall, we can go ahead and just jump to our Spider-Man, because it looks like that's where we're at in the long box. So let me know. Let's do an all Spidey wall. Help me get there. We have 2 more on G and 1 on H. And don't forget to hit that like button. We got 160 people watching and 50 likes. Gosh, all right, everybody take a second. Hit that like button, please. I dare you to grade Blue Beetle. Sure. All right, 1 book remains. First, Midnight Suns on G. Done. All right, let's do some ASM. All right. These range from fine plus to very fine. I'll let you know if 1 or 2 happens to be near mint. This wasn't really that sort of collection, though. 70s ASM 160. I'm going to stagger them to keep them random. 161, a very fine minus, maybe fine plus. First appearance of Jigsaw in a cameo. First meeting of Spidey and Nightcrawler down there on G. 163, mid-grade. 163, lower grade. 165, lower grade. 165, mid-grade. Oh, we got H. First appearance of Will and the Wisp. I have two very fines for 20 on E. Thorn picked a D. Cricket got a B. Murray Gelman got a C and an I. Deacon and Murray. Done. All right. I somehow lost my sticker, but we're going to do $10 for this 168 very fine. 1977. 177 very fine minus C. 177 very fine. And I have another one on C. 181. It says 10. I'm actually going to do 8. Mid grade. Second appearance of Jigsaw. High grade on A. Let's see what we got. All right. Boom. Vegas. One gets a C. Colt got E. And joining us from Facebook, looks like a Mr. Riley got an A. Steven, just make sure you fill out that link. Everybody, don't forget, if you get 10 claims, you get 10% off. 20 claims, you get 20% off. Definitely worth it. All right. $189, very fine, minus D. $190. I'm gonna we're gonna do them both for 12. All right, both for 12. I got some very fines here on B. One of them I priced higher, but they actually do look the same. 191. Here's the high grade. Here's the mid to low. I'm going to do $5. It says 7. I'm going to do 5. '70s ASM here. Get your '70s ASM here. All right, B goes to Thorn and Colt. Someone got a Deacon. And I said that was going to be 5. Thorn Jimmy. Good enough to get graded. Looks like a 9.6. ASM 201. I believe this is simply just a classic cover. And it's interesting that I know this. This is actually the first direct edition. Fun fact for you. First ASM issue that got direct editions. Amazing Spider-Man 202. Another Punisher classic. That's a high grade on C. I also have the third appearance of Black Cat. It's in Mylar, but it is very fine minus on D. All right, Rat. Vegas. Rona. Jiminy. I don't need to be this greedy. It says 50, I'll do 40. It is a very high grade second Hobgoblin, and it's a newsie. I'll do 40. Third appearance of Hobgoblin, first Lefty Donovan, and that is a near mint, baby. There's a couple in here that are. Here's our fine plus, very fine minus, newsie 256, first appearance of Puma on G. And then I have the near mint on C. Looks like I'm seeing Pal first on A. Rat gets E. All right. 257 near mint. So this is a funny book. The price guides say it's 50 bucks. It's just not. I started doing them for 40. Now I'm doing near mints for 30. It's the Ned Leeds becomes Hobgoblin and second Puma. Near mint. I got two of them. So 30. Out of a $50 high, we're doing 30. Don't believe everything those price guides say. You got to go to the actual eBay solds. And this is a little bit more realistic here. Steven, thanks. All right. First appearance of the bombastic Bagman. Also, Reed Richards finds out that the black suit is actually a symbiote suit. Fun fact, this is a near mint minus. Near mint, first Normie Osborn, 263. Jedi. Jiminy. $264 near mint's first appearance of the Red 9. Near mint minus and a newsstand first Silver Sable. Near mint for Silver Sable, the second print, which I actually prefer because it's the all silver background. Vegas. My name's Above Jedi. Ooh, let me see. Let us see. No, no, it is not. Guys, no, it is not. I am seeing the live. Make sure you are refreshed and in the live because you are not. All right, let's see. Vegas. Reinhardt. First, Manslaughter Marsdale, ASM 271 near mint on B. $272 near mint minus. First appearance of Slide on F. Um, you know what? That looks like a freaking 9. I was gonna say I might have to lower that to 15, but you know what? I'm seeing why I put 20. It is a possible 9698. I'm doing 20. Origin of Spidey retold on E. Also, what the heck here? Let's get those out of here. Half picks a B. Cricket got an F. Don't worry, it's not all Spider-Man. We've got plenty of stuff. We actually have some seriously impressive Silver Age Justice League, like an actual full run. So we're gonna have fun with that. Black Suit, 277, 1986, Newsies. 277 is the issue on B. First cameo of Mongoose, very fine. And this one's in Mylar. Newsy, 283. Wow, I have a bunch of these. Oh my gosh. I think that's the most I've ever had of these. 294. They're all very fines, and one of them, just for fun, is a newsstand. So there's a little extra value. Death of Craven, ASM 294. All right. Where are we? Where are we? Chandler gets a G. Wait, Chandler, you have a pile somewhere. Yeah. You get a G. Palfrey gets a G. Pal, pal, pal. Vegas got a G. Oh, there's our newsie. And we're going to do it for 20. Smith. I have a near mint newsy Todd McFarlane. 302. A. I have a very fine newsy Todd McFarlane. 304 on G. Deacon. Interesting. I priced this one at very fine, but that's a near mint. ASM 305 on J. Crickets. Very fine plus near mint minus Todd McFarlane. First sticks and sewn, and it's a newsie on F. Jiminy. We have a new name on first Mongoose, Adrian Triplet. Adrian Triplet, don't forget, if you get 9 more claims, you get 10% off. If you get 10 claims, it's 10% off. If you get 20 claims, it's 20% off. Here's the link I need you to fill out so I can invoice you right after the show, okay? Near Mint Direct Edition, Todd McFarlane, 310. Near Mint Todd McFarlane Direct Classic Mysterio cover on E, Mr. Baker. Near Mint 315 Direct Edition. And you know what? That's going to be one I might get graded. Because he's got that little floating head. Some say that's the first cover appearance of Venom. They're not wrong, so Jiminy also got that. All right, where are we? Joe Baker got A. Where's the love for the Near Mint Puma? Wow. All right, I'm being really nice to you guys on this one. That's a Near Mint minus 316. First full cover of Venom. I have a fine newsy third appearance of Venom. On G, it's going to be $20. Pardon the lack of sticker. E is gone to Smith. And if you want the Near Mint, I got a $35. Same book on G. G is $20. A is $35. And it looks like Kevin Wade. Another Near Mint, maybe a Near Mint minus on this one, Todd McFarlane. It's 318. Health. Near Mint McFarlane, 319. Help me clear up some of these other spots, my friends. I'm going to do $8 on this one. This one's a Near Mint minus 320 on E. Baker. Eight. Vanderpool gets a B. Where are we? Baker gets the Near Mint Puma. Vander. First red 9. I have 3 Near Mint minus Todd McFarlane's. And because I have 3, I'm going to do $8 instead of 10. 8. 8. 8. See what we got. Vegas picks the E. Baker gets a C. Y'all read the new ASMR. I have heard really good things. You know how I know? I got one of those packs with all like the ratio variants and everything. I got them graded and they're all sold. So it must be pretty good because I can't believe I'm out of stock. Vegas. Like 15 different variants and they're all gone. Near mint minus 324. And same condition, but the newsy, I think I'm greedy there. Let's do 15 bucks. Qui-Gon's Ghost gets an A. Palf picked the G. Another Todd McFarlane. Very fine plus near mint minuses. Flag cover 325 on I. $326 was actually not McFarlane, by the way. I've actually seen people try to sell these as McFarlane's. It's not. Deacon gets an I. Here, let me keep the one that has the price sticker. Deacon, I think you've hit 10% off. Keep it going. Try to get that nice 20% off. The 20% off is when you really notice it, I will say. First, Venom with a long tongue. Very fine plus on A. I'm actually looking forward to being done with Spidey. Let's speed it up here. Most of these appear to be very fine to near mint minus. 333, 335, 340. First Femme Fatales. I also have the Newsy. So I've got the direct and the Newsy there. Spidey goes normal. ASM 341. That's a near mint. All right, Colt gets J. First appearance of Dr. Elias Wortham, near mint 342. Palf wants to know D for 25. Sure. From a $50 high. That's pretty good. 345. This is it says 15. I'm gonna do 10. Carnage gets infected, or what's it? Cletus Cassidy gets infected with the Venom symbiote to become Carnage. It's 10 bucks. 348 near mint. All right, let's see what we got. Vanderpool got A and B. Deacon got D for 10. Austin got E. Is that in Mylar? Gosh, 350 near mint minus B. 358 near mint D. 362 near mint plus possible 9.8 and a newsy. I got a full fat 40 bucks there. Second appearance of Carnage. All right, Dr. Vegas got B and Pool got D. Baker got E. All right, third appearance of Carnage. I'm lowering my price. The 2099 preview, 365 D, near mint. Chandler. What's condition on H? H is a near mint minus. It's actually pretty shocking that it's still here. Where's the Silver Sable? Love. All right, near mint 367. Near mint 369. Another near mint 369. Venom backup story near mint 373. And near mint first and weighing and whatever. Eddie's parents 375. Pool got a B and an A. Qui-Gon's Ghost got an A. And an E. Don't forget, this Todd McFarlane, I said it's $8, not 10. Todd Bowers, I got one here for you. Andy got a J. Austin got the Newsy Femme Fatale. By the way, I got a couple of those. 376, that's a very fine plus. It's not a new near mint. Got a couple of those. 377 near mint. Maximum Carnage Part 3 near mint. Chris Anthony. All right, where are we? After Chris Anthony, then Vanderpool got a B. And an A. So does Vegas. Qui got E. And don't forget to fill out the link in case you haven't. All right, let's finish our ASM out. 383 near mint. 384 near mint. Couple of them. 385, 387, 389, which is like the origin of Chameleon, something teeny tiny. Good issue, though. Chris is going to start us with I. Triplet. Austin got a G. And a C. And an A. Colt got a B. Bowers got an A. Austin, I don't think you're at 20. 390 still sealed. D. 394. This is actually the first appearance of something, and I just forgot to write it, so you'll have to excuse me there. There you go. I actually have two of those as well. All right, Pool got a B. And Vanderpool, I got another for you. $397, first appearance of Stunner, near mint. Let's see. First appearance of Lady Octopus, 406, near mint. Two of them. Is this the... This might be the Batman origin story homage. Oh, that's weird. 411, perfect condition. 412, perfect condition. There's something up with that book. I just don't remember what it is. You'll have to excuse me. Colt. Ball of Skriller, very good. Vander. In Mylar and newsstand and near mint, and still I'm doing $3. Woo! All right. Baker's going to claim the wall. Let's give him a free book. Let's give him this $18 book for free. Rock on. Thank you, sir. Yoink, yoink. All right, Mr. Baker. All right. Where were we? 421. Near mint. King size annual number 11. First John Romita Jr. That's a super high grade one right there. First John Jr. 1979 annual number 13. Another super high grade. E. First Alistair Smythe. Near mint. Also just a great MJ cover. We're into the annuals now. Pool got C. Sill got D. We are almost done our Spider-Man, folks. To the people who were not interested in Spider-Man, thanks for sticking this one out. Colt and Chandler, Deacon. First comic book appearance of Arnold Stark, ASM annual 20, near mint on D. I also have one near mint newsie of the wedding, a very fine plus, maybe near mint minus newsie of the wedding, and like a very fine of the wedding. Chandler. Yep, Chandler got both. Who got A? Thorn. And I'm getting tired of Spider-Man, so we're going to rifle through this. First meeting or something of She-Hulk and Abomination. 1989, it's annual 23 on D. Venom backup story, perfect conditions right there. $5 on C, it's annual 26. Let's see, what's this? Spider-Gwen number 1, a perfect copy. And it's the ASM 300 homage. That might be one worth getting graded, actually. And then the regular. Then we got Deacon got a D, Vegas got a B. This is simply a classic story. What's it called? A friend or foe or something like that. It's a near mint ASM annual 15. Another great read. I might file that into required reading. We already sold a near mint. Let's do it again. That was the newsy. Here's the direct. First Monica Rambeau. Let's see what we got here. Wade picks an A. Vegas. Thorn. Giant size Spider Man number 3, mid grade. Giant size Spider Man number 6, mid to high. Near mint, first John Owen and Timothy Quayle. This is the technical first appearance of Spot, by the way. I also have the Newsy, which was just a pinch under in condition. First appearance of Spot, near mint, 98. Spectacular. That, my friends, gets graded if you don't. Second appearance, first cover of Spot, 99. J. And the Fool. Qui-Gon. Oban. Got the J. Spectacular 107, near mid, Death of Jan DeWolf, first Sin Eater on I. Spectacular 139, near mint, first cover appearance of Tombstone. Spectacular 178, first Ashley Kafka. And we have a full wall. Let's get it going. Look at that, guys. We just crushed an entire long box of Spider-Man. This little pinch is all that's left. Good job. All right, Qui-Gon. Vegas. Spider-Man 2099, 37, near mint, AF15 homage. A fan popular issue because of MJ servicing Peter, I shall say. Excuse me, MJ does what? Here's a mid-grade first Iron Cat, Tamara Blake. What's this? Mid-grade first Big Wheel, 183. I want to get back to the big stuff, so help me burn through this ASM. Mid to high grade first appearance of White Dragon on F184. Andy, no, you are not. You might not even be at 10. You might be just under 10, Andy. All right, I'm surprised to do this, but we are going to go to a wall. I mean, we are going to go to a timer. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. If anyone says claim the rest of the ASM, I'm going to give you, let me see. If you say claim the rest of the ASM, I'm just going to give you $30 off your order, in addition to whatever the heck rest sort of discounts you already got going on. You'll already be at 20% off just like that, and you get an extra $30 off. All you have to say is claim wall or claim all Spider-Man. Bam, we'll get it done. I want to move on. Also, Thorn got F. That's a nice, healthy discount here. Super discount for anyone who wants to do it. Oh, stupid Siri. Hey Siri, start a timer for 30 seconds. Hey Siri, start a timer for 30 seconds. Dude, she's so dumb. All right, there's the timer. I'm going to grade this. I'm going to grade that. All right. All right, let's finish out our Spidey box. All right. First appearance of Hydra Man, ASM 212. $12 for a very fine seat. 307, Origin of Chameleon, another McFarlane. That is a very fine minus on D. We've already had too many of these shown. Forget it. Another Todd McFarlane, near mint, 322. A near mint first appearance of the new Sinister Six on H. Second appearance of She Venom. This time it's consensual. Sinner takes all 5. Perfect condition. That's a tough one. And then that's pretty much that. I got some other cheapies here that aren't Spider-Man. First, Atom Smasher, Iron Man 287. What's that? The Marriage of Rick Jones, 319. Or is it The Marriage of Hulk? I forget. Bane breaks Batman's back. The sketch cover of The Failed Marriage. And just to fill our wall, a very fine Hulk 394, First Trauma. All right. Hulk, Thorn. Weddle. And Colt. All right. I'll put this one back up on the wall. Another near mint McFarlane. All right, Lou's going to get an I. Good choice, Lou. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks. Hey, Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. All right, I started a new timer because I want to get back to the bigger stuff. So you guys have about 40 seconds on this wall, and then we've got some bigger fish to fry. All right, we've got some Silver Age and some other pretty desirable stuff. 30 seconds left. I'm just going to clear the wall now. All right. Moving on. Let's get back to the big books. $50 high, I'm doing it for 40. Vampirella #1 from Harris Comics, a near mint, ready to get graded copy, Adam Hughes classic from the 90s. I also have the first appearance of Bloodshot in Eternal Warrior 4. First immortal something. Can't read my own handwriting. Another perfect copy on B. Vader. High grade, first appearance of Dazzler. This is Uncanny X-Men 130. There's actually a lot of stuff that makes this a key, but this one's going to be $100. You get about a 9.0 on H. Perfect copy, Green Lantern 18, first Des Patelis and Lissa Drac. Going to get graded if you don't. $305. I should have sold this with a 304, but I have some near mints of classic Iron Man versus Hulk with the Hulk Buster armor. I got two near minties. Mr. Strelick gets a D. First appearance of Hannibal King, the J.C. Penney reprint on D. Colt. Near mint, first Abby Brand cameo. Good one, Frank. Not one, not two, but three perfect copies, all very likely a 9.8 of Noctera #1. Options, Scott Snyder series right there. First appearance of Kid Omega and Jumbo Carnation, New X-Men 134. Perfect condition on D. Another gradable candidate. In fact, this entire wall is a gradable candidate. Nice. Ez is going to get a G. So does Deacon and Rat. All right. Vegas. A high grade Marvel feature #1 is the first appearance of the Defenders. It's at least a 7, maybe a 7.5. Could be an 8. I think it's a 7.5. That's on G. Mr. Papa takes an H. random cheap book in my expensive long box. We're the Annihilation Epilogue. It's a Nova number one, $10 high. We're doing fives on them. Near mint. Ho! Okay, here we go. All right. You guys are glad you stuck around. Second appearance of Black Widow, Origin of the Watcher, and First Procilians. Tales of Suspense 53. It's about a 4045, right in that pocket on H. And there she is, Black Widow, right on the cover. Dr. Vegas gets one. If I can read it. Tales of Suspense 51, a beautiful, gradable candidate. First appearance of Scarecrow, not to be confused with obviously DC's. That actually is definitely the best condition I've ever seen that in. That's going to be on E. I also have Tales of Suspense 49, a mid-grade copy, which is an early X-Men crossover. That's a tough one right there on A, 90 bucks. Where are my buyers at? Let's do it. Hopefully you didn't get too fatigued with the cheap ASM stuff. We got the meat and potatoes for you here now. $28 bundle will do it for 25. First cameo, full appearance, and cover appearance of Tyrant in perfect condition on F. I don't know what happened to our momentum, but we seem to have lost it. The rest of the claim sale is all good books. So we've stopped moving. We will stop doing it. I know we're normally a Sunday show, so there's a little less of us now, but this is the stuff here, guys. Are we like, do we lose Wi-Fi? What's going on here? I'm putting up the dope shit and nothing's happening. All right, we will go to a timer. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. Maybe I should not have brought that Amazing Spider-Man. It kind of hijacked us a bit. Papa, nice. Mr. Bowers. Happy early Father's Day to you, Mr. Henson. 15 seconds left on the wall, folks. Expensive paper. Yes. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm going to grade that guy. All right, next. Near Mint Newsy. First patch. C. Swamp Thing 67. Near Mint Hellblazer preview issue on D. Couple first appearances in here. I think the most notable is actually the first taser face in this Guardians of the Galaxy Near Mint. What's that? Andy got a C. I did get his F claim. Thank you. Andy, you got it. And rat. One of my favorites, Justice Society of America #1. First Cyclone, Tomcat, first cover Citizen Steel, first Liberty Bell. So many things. This is the ratio 1 in 10 variant, which is going to get graded if you guys don't grab it. DC Universe logo variant of Showcase 94 issue 8. Near mint. My DC Universe logos got a little scattered. I know I put them at the beginning of the sale. There's one. A near mint minus. Did he say near mint minus? Yes, he did. Second appearance of Wolverine. First Hammer and Anvil. And yes, it does have the Marvel value stamp. I checked. Looking good. Colt's getting a D. Andy gets a C. Angel gets his wings amputated in X-Force 15. It's also the first cameo appearance of the Horseman of the Apocalypse. Very fine newsy on beat. X-Men 256, classic costume and first appearance of Quanon, known as Revanche. That is a near mint 256 on D. Needless to say, I'm getting that graded if you guys don't. Mr. Bowers. First Todd McFarlane in comics, baby. Coyote number 11, near mint on C. I'll do two cheapies. First Dark Horse comic, near mint, and the return to the gray skinned Hulk, which is Hulk 324. Let's see. Todd, a Weddle. Near mint newsy. First Mr. Sinister. Dude, what happened to the value? Who remembers when the near mint newsy of that was like 150? It was actually that not too far ago. Near mint first Jubilee, another one that is now breaking $50. That's crazy. Uncanny 244. Let's do the Sienkiewicz Wonder Man #1, the first solo. Very fine plus on I. Mr. Bowers. Todd McFarlane, Hulk 333, near mint minus. (1957, 1958). Little vintage 4-color for you on C and E. Colt. Baker. Just for fun, let's do another perfect Gotham by Gaslight. We actually sold one of those today, but we'll do it again. A very fine Lady Deathstrike gets the adamantium graft. $15 high. We're doing it for 7. X-Men 205. Mr. Strillick. First appearance of Static Shock. Very fine plus. J. Penguin. C&E. Bowers. Chandler. This is a good one. First teaser from Machine Man, otherwise known as X-51 at the time. Space Odyssey 7. That's a 1977 near mint for you folks on C. Origin, Punisher, near mint, War Journal, number 1. Near mint, Space Odyssey, number 1. I also threw in number 2 completely for free. That is a gradable copy of Space Odyssey, number 1. I got a lot of stuff to grade today, it looks like. All right, where are we? Rat takes a C. I'm seeing a lot of people have reached 10% off, and that makes me really happy. Claim D for 65. That is a reasonable offer. Colt and Rat. $0.10, 1960. That's actually a really nice copy. Little 4-color. I still have some of these never before touched by customer hands packs of Copper Age Batman keys. Here's another one. First Tally Man. Perfect condition on C. It's Shadow of the Bat 19. Not a lot of keys in Shadow of the Bat. That's one of the only ones. Penguin. A mid-grade Teen Titans number 32. First appearance of Nyark. Don't ask me. I don't know who he is. Weddle, Jarrett Cole. A gorgeous high-grade Teen Titans 39. Nick Cardy on C. 42. Same thing on H. First appearance of Avatar, Detective 625, which is actually a Jean Paul Valley villain. This is the first appearance of Lucius Fox, $40 high. Crazy spine roll in this one. Get that pressed. Right now it's mid-grade on A. First KG Beast, near mint minus and Newsy on J. Weddle. Sergenko, C, D, H. Oh, well. Transformers 3, near mint, very early black suit. G.I. Joe Transformers #1, couple first appearances in there. And that is a near mint. Chandler. Never before seen customer hands. First appearance of Amygdala and a tiny cameo of Egghead, which makes it the first Egghead in comics. Shadow of the Bat 3. First Headhunter. Same thing. 487. Perfect condition on E. O'Weddle Colt. Someone actually asked me specifically for this last week, and I do have a near mint to mint full run right now on H. First appearance of Dark Stars, #1. See? And Doomsday, Year 1, #1, near mint on D. Give me a second, guys. High grade, full run of Nightfall, but this actually includes the previews. It includes the entire Shadow of the Bat stuff, which a lot of full Nightfall runs won't include. This is the real deal from the biggest known Nightfall collector out there. That just might break my wall, though. So I have to show you it, and then it's going to be down here. Frank gets D. We have the rest of the issues. Here's some of the non-keys if you want to use them for filler. 4 and 5 are the only non-keys in the Longshot run. 6, the final issue, is the first cover of Mojo. Got it, Weddle. If you want just Nightfall Part 1, here's a near mint newsie on J. Let's see. Rat got D, Deacon got E. Just a badass wizard of Spidey beating the snot out of Lizard. Nice copy of it. $8 on D. Weddle. First reintroduction of Jason Todd. First appearance of Ma Gunn. It's a very fine plus, near mint minus 408. And then the origin of Jason Todd, near mint minus Newsy 409. I don't know why I didn't bundle those, but there you go. Near mint Machine Man 1. A real near mint on F. Near mint minus very fine plus. Uncanny Tales, number 1 from 1973 on A. Rat and Penguin. FF360, first Dread Face. That's a cheap one on H. Perfect copy, cover price. Grim Knight number 1. Very fine, 357, first Laya Laser Fist. F. And I'm just going to grade this book. Captain Marvel number 2. It's actually a pretty good copy of it, too, for you 12-cent hunters on E. Here we go. Oh, I need to clear a wall to do it. Help me out. H to Weddle, E to Rat. Let's see what we got here. All right. Let's see. Palf's going to take a D. All right, let's get into our bigger stuff. Let me see. Let me go get my. Oh, shoot! Look at this. All right, a full run of Usagi Yojimbo. The solds sell between 150 to 300, and I guarantee you they're not this nice. This guy only sells to me once every 6 months, and he doesn't even give me very much, but every single time I buy from him, it's not just near mint, it's perfect condition. He himself, he's gotten plenty of 9.8s out of his own collection. I've gotten plenty of 9.8s out of his own collection, but I just couldn't break it up. It's the full run for $150 in amazing, immaculate, off the shelf condition. And again, a recent sold for $300 for the full run. I'm doing $150 on G. Just because I don't get that in very often, I don't know how well it's going to sell. That's amazing on A. Mr. Marsh. Let's do some Swamp Thing. Bronze Age, issue 21, high grade on H. Another high grade, 24 on D. And another high grade, 25 or 23 on E. Here's one that's going to get graded if you guys don't get it. Swamp Thing number 5, near mint. Swamp Thing gets new powers. That actually could be a 9698. Best deal I ever gotten is my YouTube video entitled, I think it's simply called The Best Collection I've Ever Got, or something like that. That was when and the funny thing is, it was a friend who sold it to me. It was his price, not mine. If I were to offer, I would have offered him a considerably higher number. He actually said, take it all for 3,000. And I think it all sold for $22,000. So I turned $3,000 into $22,000. And then I gave him a little bit on the top, of course, when it was all said and done. That's the best by a landslide. Usually my margins are like hilariously thin. It's a very cutthroat hobby to be in. But you do once in a while get one or two of those. That was 3 years ago now. Good one, Rat. Vegas. Vegas, don't forget about, I got 21 and 24 up there too. Swamp Thing, 6, high grade copy. Swamp Thing, 8, high grade copy. And just to fill our wall, I got a Kamiko Justice Machine number 1 in near mint. Green Arrow 45, Mia Dearden becomes Speedy on A. And then I got this weird little G.I. Joe booklet, thought it was cool. $7 called Cobra Strikes. A Weddle. It's funny, this is sort of devolved into like the cheap stuff stale. I want to get my big books back up on the wall. I got some serious bills here. So we're going to clear the wall, and then we're going to get to our Justice League, which is the main event of the night. It's a full run of 70 all the way down to issue number 1. Some books have already been claimed to people who reached out prior, but it's still largely still there. So we're going to have some fun. That's the main event today. Other than this, someone would do wise to sell that. All right. Hey, oh wait, I don't have my phone. Give me a second. All right. Hey, Siri, start a timer for 45 seconds. All right, you guys have 40 seconds on the wall, and then we are moving on. Drop in the chat. Do you want a bunch of, again, from this one guy who had nothing but near mint, do you want all the Hellboy, or should we do the Justice League? You want to see Hellboy or Justice League? Both are very solid movers for me. It doesn't matter what order we do them in, but just let me know. Hellboy or Justice League? All right, let me get a consensus here. Justice, Justice, Justice. Hellboy, Hellboy. Justice, Hellboy. Justice. Mix it up. Do both. I'm going to do both. Hellboy. Justice. Hellboy. Wow, this actually seems kind of split down the middle. I've seen a lot of Hellboy, actually. I think I saw one or two more Justice Leagues than Hellboy. So we are going to start. It's the main event of the show anyway. I say we start with Justice League, and we will. I cannot believe Bronze Age Swamp Thing didn't sell. That's crazy. We're going to do both. Don't worry. We're doing both. All right, Justice League. Let's get it started. All right. Now, this is good stuff. So as you can probably expect, prices are about to get picked up a little bit here. Don't be afraid. The past month we've been selling a lot crazier stuff than this, so we should be able to. A very high grade 76. It's a giant size special in Mylar on C. Number 75. I did not have time to rebag and board these, folks. I got these in yesterday. I just narrowly got them in time. Does need to be rebagged and boarded, but it is first appearance of the second Black Canary, the daughter. High grade copy. Well, mid grade. I guess it's better than the ones I usually see, I guess I could say. 74. Death of Black Canary. Neil Adams classic, and that actually is high grade on E. 73. Mid to high grade, first Golden Age Superman in the Silver Age on G. Mid to high grade, 72, 12 center. Hold on. The fact that we haven't sold a single book already is actually crazy. Guys, should I just stop and save this for a Sunday sale? I don't like putting up my best inventory on like a dud of a day. It's not our main day. You got to let me know if this stuff's really going to go. D&E go to Penguin. I'm hesitant to show this stuff early. You know what I mean? Mikey, I already pulled that for you. Mid grade 71, 12 center. Mid grade 70, featuring the Creeper. Mid grade 69, Green Arrow Fired. All right, we're selling one or two of them. We're moving. A very high grade 68. Unfortunately, I really got to get that in a new bag. Whew, that needs a new bag and board bad. 68. It's $18. My sticker just went crazy. High grade 80-page giant 67 in Mylar. Rat. Number 66, mid grade. D. Here's a big one. Second appearance of Starro in super high grade, $60. People do love Hellboy, I will say. And I will say it is the good stuff. 63, 12 center, mid to high grade. Pope Cerebus. That's a cool name. Pope Cerebus. It's G. Pope, make sure you fill out that link so I can invoice you after the show. Rat.I. I will say this. I think we're doing better than a typical Saturday. Sundays, there's nothing like Sunday. Sunday's always smooth like butter. For Saturday, we're not doing too bad. I kind of hate that I have to show this stuff on a Saturday, though. Oh well. Number 62, mid-grade. Number 61, mid to high grade. That's a classic villains cover as well. 60, mid to high grade. All these 12 centers. Very high grade, 80-page giant and in Mylar. It's number 58 on F. Lar Elite got G. Rat got I. And you know what? I'm going to get that guy graded. There's no need to speak like a Sith. Only the Sith speak in absolutes there, Mr. Strillick. 59. Mid to high. $12 on I. Let's see. 57. Mid to high, I would say. 57. 15 on J. Oh my gosh. Very high grade. Classic JLA versus JSA. And it's screaming to get into a new bag and board on G. First Golden Age Robin in the Silver Age. Mid to high on I. All right, we got a full wall. So I'm going to give you a minute and we're not doing this today. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. Greg. See? All the giant sizes. Interesting. That is issue 66 on D. Mr. Albon, honestly, most of my international guys, they like to just buy something on eBay and then I just ship their pile with that. That is honestly what, like, maybe even 100% of my international customers tend to do. All right, I'm going to grade this. I'm going to grade this. We're moving on to Hellboy. Very surprising. Okay. All right. We can return to JLA, I think maybe at the end of the show. Let's do some Hellboy. Here's a perfect copy of The Amazing Screw-On Head. Mike Mignola, Eisner winner. All of these books are from what I call the George collection. This guy sells to me every 6 months. He doesn't sell a ton of stuff to me, but when he does, it's all not just near mint, it's near mint plus. I've got a couple copies of The Corpse. One shot. This is called The Wolves of St. August. Perfect copy. All this stuff is perfect. Painkiller Jane, Hellboy. B. Deacon. A full run in perfect condition of Seed of Destruction. Um, if you're a Hellboy fan, you know what that is. That's the most valuable Hellboy run. Let's see. Wow. Okay, hold on. Wow. Holy crap. Freaking. I almost just said Spawn. Hellboy. Okay. Deacon. So E to Smith. B to Smith. And this is enough. This is nice enough that I'm going to grade every single issue in that. If it doesn't go, let's see. Alan Smith did get it though. Couple D's left. Full run, number one's the key. First appearance of Lobster Johnson. Perfect copies. Full run of Wake the Devil. Couple keys in there. Number one's the Eisner winner. One shot called The Corpse in the Iron Shoes. First appearance of Gru Gatch. E. Perfect copy. Christmas Special. Number one. Perfect copy. Full run. Perfect copy of The Conqueror and the Worm. The Conqueror Worm, excuse me. Rat. Reinhardt. Andy. Deacon. Allen. E. All right. Full run, perfect condition of Weird Tales. B. Full run of Almost Colossus. C. Full run of The Island. D. Full run of The Third Wish. E. Full run of Ghost Hellboy. I. Full run of Hellboy Jr. H. Only two full sets left. D and E. Purgatory, number one. First appearance of Jade and first Purgatory solo issue on C. First appearance of Psylocke. It's a mid-grade Newsy, New Mutants Annual 2, H. First appearance of Wild Thing, the granddaughter of Wolverine. Perfect copy on I. A beautiful Willow, number one. That's a movie adaptation. Worlds Unknown, a mid-grade to high-grade of issue number one. Option series in perfect condition. Witches, that's Witches with a Y on E. And Joe from 360 Comics says that's the best comic book run ever written. He says he rereads it every year. Interesting. That's high praise. Alan. Cricket. Another Sienkiewicz classic. It's a painted Thor cover. It's the Newsy. It's about a 6. It's on H. It's What If issue 47. And it's actually a $40 high. Pretty crazy. Next. West Coast 45. I've got a very fine plus. First White Vision. I also have the Near Mint. I told you this book was coming back. I have another Near Mint DC Universe logo of the wedding issue. I also have an Amazing Spider-Man 209, First Calypso, $40 high. Here's a mid-grade for 12 bucks. Here is a 12-cent awesome Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. with a hate monger cover. Mid-grade. This one. There are a bunch of stuff getting graded here. Jimmy gets Calypso. Let's keep it bronze for a second. Creatures on the Loose. It Needs a Press. Issue 14. I also have an issue 20. Respectable copies. ABI. Penguin. Comes to $24, so we're going to do 20. The Death of Superboy, 2-part arc in perfect condition. Legion of Superheroes 37 and 38. Deacon. Zach, while I want to do that, I'm a little disappointed with CGC. I have a couple submissions from January and February, so I've got a lot of money tied up in CGC right now, and until those books come back, it's just money I'm missing out on. So that's why I've been so raw heavy lately. I mean, I don't grade anything before I bring it to you guys first in 2025. So I just, yeah, I'm not doing it. And I basically say for stuff like this, like if it doesn't sell, that's when I would get it graded. And I'm starting to keep a pile. All right, perfect copies. Another ones, I'm grading all of these if they don't go. First, General Grievous. I got some beautiful perfect copies. Near mints. There you go. More near mint DC Universe logos. It's all Superman. All near mint. DC Universe logos on each one. Have at. Where's Vader Zero? Dude, there's like no food in this house. I'm starving. Honestly, in a normal environment, I could maximize profit by doing grading. But right now, the turnaround times are so bad that I mean, yeah, when the books come back, I'll do okay. But right now, they're stuck at CGC. It's ridiculous. All right, F, I, and J go to Mr. Vader. I have so many books with CGC, and none of them were recent submissions. They're like over 6 months ago. Lou got C. It turns out one of the key parts to having fun with grading is quick return times. When you stop getting quick return times, it really loses its fun. Anybody remember when in COVID it would take um it would take like an entire year or more? It was insane. I had one submission take 2 years. I actually made a video about that. This is a $25 Adam Hughes. This is a pretty big one. This one's not perfect. It's got a spine ticker too. We're doing it for 10. Ghost special. First issue special number 2. First appearance of the Green Team. Mid. Avengers 124. First Star Stalker and Origin of Mantis. That is a well-presenting mid on I. I have 2 mid to high grade of Avengers 127. First Ultron 7 on G. Vader takes the A. And Cricket got an I. First appearance of Tyrak and Lord Arno, Avengers 154, mid to high. Hulk 163, first appearance of Gremlin, mid grade on A. The very sought after series I Am Legend. I do not have one, I don't have 2, but I have 3. Super random. This was just in a collection. That is a great deal at $10. If you're a hunter of the rare stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Colt. $177, Death of Adam Warlock, mid grade on F. Near Mint, 1988, First X Babies and Matthew Plunder, X-Men Annual 12. Did I get any Hellboys? No, sir. No, you did not. Cricket. Deacon. I have 2 near minties of X-Men Annual number 9 for Stormcaster. It's also an homage to Thor's first appearance. I'll put them on J for Journey into Mystery. Speaking of 2-year-old submission, let's do a nice high grade Batman Returns for you on A. Jiminy gets one of the J's, but there are 2. Near mint, first Dexter Dent, Flashpoint, Batman Night of Vengeance 1. It's actually a book I can very consistently sell for 15, but I think I've had it enough, so I'm starting to do it for 10. Thorn. Return of the Green Skinned, a nice high grade 372 for just $4. All right, let's see how we're doing. I'm going to refresh the wall, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to do too many wall refreshes from here on out. So we are going to go into sudden death kind of soon. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. All right, you folks have about 40 seconds on the wall. Nick, I'll think about it. Andre Gallardo. Thank you for your claim. All right. Cool beans. I also have the Batman and Robin movie adaptation. Demon in the Bottle, Part 5, Part 4, and those are in near mint. I also have a Superman #1, first appearance of the Metallo that we know. I have a mid-grade Adventures of Superman 463. It's the fourth Superman fourth Superman Flash race, but it's the first against Wally. This is the newsy copy, and that is a $20 high for just $7. Strillick. A perfect copy of Captain America 34, which is the first Bucky as Cap. $20 high, but I've been doing them for years now for 10. Johnny Jarrett gets a B. Vader. Death of Jean Grey. I have a mid-grade 137 Newsy on B. And a perfect Death of Elektra. Ready to get graded and everything. On H. Daredevil 181. Everett got CDB. Palf. Very scarce, desirable by Godzilla and basketball fans. Godzilla v. Barkley. You do not see that very often. Beautiful copy. I might have to grade that actually. Ridiculous book. I've never had that before. I've known about it, but I've never had it. First Cobalt. Milestone. All right. First Lilith and Cameo the Midnight Suns. Perfect copy, still sealed and in Mylar. First Morbius solo series. First appearance of Her, formerly Paragon, later becomes Kismet. 2-in-1, issue 61. Very high. Vegas. New York City Outlaws is actually the inspiration for the Warriors movie. A little indie rarity for you on A. Mr. T and the T-Force, signed by Mr. T himself. Near mint on B. That's a cool one. Too many. Perfect copy. Origin, Part 1. Wolverine. Some more indie goodness. The Futurians by Dave Cockrum, #1. Some 12-cent horror from Charlton. Ghosts of Dr. Graves. It's issue 11. Nice copy. Oh. First appearance of Saint Walker, Dexstar, and more. Final Crisis, Rage of the Red Lanterns, #1. And hold that thought. That's getting graded. Big. Wow. Andy. A very early Razor appearance. And this is Razor #1. Already with a nice, decent value. But this is limited edition, signed by the creator. $40. And we've already had a few of them, but here's another one. Bloodsport or Bloodshot, excuse me, $15. Good enough to get a 9.8, maybe a 9.6 in Mylar. First meeting of X-Men and Doctor Strange, and first appearance of Nightcrawler's family. A mid to high, maybe just mid. Annual #4, $10. You guys will have to give me a second. I am bleeding. I don't know how or why, but I am. Selling comic books is a very dangerous hobby. Actually, you know what's funny? I do actually get a lot of paper cuts. Sometimes you can get it on those Mylar. Roman, blood, sweat, and tears. That's right. All right, let's do. Oh my God. The third one of the day. I got another one. I thought I had two. I didn't know I had three. That's crazy. The wedding issue DC Universe logo. That's pretty scarce to get three of those, too. That's crazy. Resurrection of Thanos, classic issue in near mint in Mylar, $15, Silver Surfer 34. Perfect copy, First Angela, another one we've already sold today. $15 on H. $18 high. I think it's ridiculous. Why the Last Man? Those early issues get expensive. Here's $8 off for just 10. Perfect copy in Mylar. Why the Last Man #1 double issue special, which is #1 and 2. Another $15 high. I'm doing for 10. We got a couple going to Andre. And then one to Deacon. All right, let's just check it. All right, I'm caught up. Over to Curtis. Perfect copy, Youngblood 2. What's that? First Prophet and Shadowhawk. In Mylar, too. Oh, this is cool. So I made a bundle here for you. The very tough platinum edition of Zombie, and then I threw the regular edition in for free. There you go. Condition of A and F. Perfect. Nothing wrong. And in Mylar. Death of Superman trade paperback. Fun fact: 1991. This was $5 off of the whatever, and now we're doing $5 now. Clear my thing. Palf gets a B. Did we adjust the camera or something? Come on. Oh, why am I blurry? Here we go. Gallardo gets an E. An F to Smith. An A to Laura. All newcomers, just make sure you fill out this link. This link right here, you got to take a second to do it. That's how I invoice you. I actually have a few non-payers from last week. One of them's really freaking bad, like $350 bad, and yeah. So I'll say it again. I don't like saying it because it's kind of awkward. But if you're a non-payer, you will be blocked. When you are blocked, you can't even see the YouTube videos. Don't be a non-paying dingleberry. Please don't waste my time. The profit margins really are too thin to be screwing with me like that. Thank you. Next. Superman v Terminator. I actually didn't even know that was a thing. Cool. On E. Then we have 123. First blue soups. A couple perfect copies, and then there was one ever so slightly cosmetically flawed. All right, let's see what we got. Ez and Alan. No, just Ez. And since I know that this is a sneaky 9.8, I'm going to add that to the pile. All right. First appearance of Doomsday. Got a couple near mitts on E. Neil Adams Classic. Mid-grade. What's it? 317. Love it. 331. High grade. First appearance of Master Jailer. Vader is on the opposite end. Vader. Ugh. Health. Where is health? I don't even have a sticker on this, but the very, 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 very scarce, hard to find final issue of Cherry Pop Tart, that is $50. It's a high grade copy. The 24th cameo. Yeah, I was thinking about making a bundle of all of them. I definitely got them all. Some of them are harder to track down than others. Zach. Curtis gets a B. Half gets I. Proceeds went to Africa in Heroes Against Hunger. Near mint, Neil Adams on J. In 1986, there was a weird Lois Lane two-parter, and I have both of them, and they're both newsy on F. So it's the full run. Wow, I really got myself there. Jeez. Here we go. First appearance of Superman Red. I have a bunch of them, actually. It's a 3D special, still sealed Superman Red and Superman Blue 3D special. Colt. Vader gets one. Don't go anywhere. Vader. So does Roman. Here you go. Oh, Superman window decoration. This is from an absolutely insane Superman collection that I just got my hands on. So we're actually in the Superman bins right now. Here's another one. The vintage toys, vintage clocks, posters, other like these are the stuff you put here. I'll just put that there. You can decorate your glass doors with those. They're kind of neat. Bro, you're killing me. Vader, yeah, this box. I've been saving this box for you. I'm glad you're here. We've got a lot for you. All right. I'm going to grade that. I'm going to grade that. All right, I'm going to give you guys, I'll take both F and J. Got it. This super weird American Honda Supergirl special against drunk driving. Kind of neat. '90s still sealed Superman action pack right there. $5. All newsstands. Superman and Bugs Bunny. 1, 2, 3. F. Mikey, there's nothing on K. Are you thinking F? Oh, you meant E. Got it. Superman 3D with glasses. J. Esmeralda. This is the weirdest one in the bunch. Through UNICEF, I guess they were really having a problem with landmines at the time. I have a bunch. This guy was like speculating on it or something. Perfect copies. It's called Deadly Legacy. It is a Superman special teaching the danger of landmines. Got a bunch of them in perfect condition on E. Vader. Here's one of the coolest ones. Vintage AOL 10 hours of DC internet, an unopened, untouched copy. That's freaking cool on F. All right, so Vader Colt Allen. What? Claim F, says Vader. Signed by Lois Lane herself, home of Superman from Metropolis, Illinois. Signed Lois Lane, Noel Neal, right there. That's awesome. $50 on F. Yeah. Superman Adventures #1. First appearance of Mercy Graves. J. I'm going to take the non-Superman stuff down. Vader. Venture 526. Death of Bloodsport. Perfect copy. Adventure 525, classic Lois and Clark cover. Here we go. All right, I put together the Ultimate Bloodsport bundle, which is, get ready, this is the first appearance of Bloodsport as well as Maggie Sawyer. First appearance of the second Bloodsport, and then it also has this copy, which is the battle between both of the Bloodsports, which results in their death. That's the triple key for you right there. First appearance of Steel Eradicator Superboy, $5 classic. Mikey. I have the trade paperback, Alan Moore, Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. Let's see. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks. All right, and then this is the last of the Superman box, so let's see if we can get through that. This is sort of Superman-y. Full run, high grade of the DC versus Marvel. That's sometimes tough to find. There's a nice value on that. It's kind of hidden on Jay. I gotta tell you guys, I thought that Noel Neal signed Lois Lane postcard was gonna sell off right away. That might be something I keep. I kind of like weird, eclectic stuff like that. What did Lorenzo get me for Father's Day? I don't know. I expect the best of the best, so I hope he brought it at the ripe old age of 1. All right. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. Hey Vader, you've been a good sport. I'm going to give you a book for free. The Death, Bloodsport. You're going to get that one for free. Actually, read that. That's a good one. A very racist issue. I actually made a video about this book. "20 seconds left. Jiminy, that is a full near mint run of DC versus Marvel. All right. And I sort of didn't want to have to put any of that back. But I couldn't sell one of these? That's wild. You got it, Jimmy. All right, and last of the soups, 124 near mint, which is the Action 1 homage. First appearance of Agent Liberty, a super scarce foreign copy, gorgeous copy as well. A absolutely perfect copy of Lois and Clark trade paperback, and we got the first appearance of the hell's her name? Steel's daughter. I can't remember. Steel #1. That's it for Superman. All right. First appearance of Lady Quark, second John Constantine, first Dr. Light, first Lord something, third appearance of the Anti-Monitor, Crisis in Infinite Earths #4. I usually don't take the time to write all the key significance. There you go. Checkmate #1 near mid D. Black Adam #1. First appearance of Malik becomes White Adam. Chandler. I have a gorgeous 1 in 25 Birds of Prey. We'll do it for 10. Beowulf, the Dragon Slayer, 1975 issue #1. Decent copy too. It's on J. Death Metal 3. It's second Robin King, and it's the variant, which is everyone's favorite. Super creepy on G. First appearance of Neron. Very underrated book. We sold this book earlier in near mint. Here's the very fine Space Odyssey #1 on F. Sir Jank. Kevin. Near mint, Flash 142, the marriage of Wally and Lynn Park. Mr. Jarrett. First cameo of Dark Flash, perfect copy, 150 on G. Colt. One of Alex Ross's most classic covers, JSA 81, near mint, Stars and Stripes. 5 wedding. Oh yeah, keep count. That's cool. George Perez, classic wraparound, a nice high grade Justice League 200 for you on I. Help me clear this wall. We got cool stuff. We got cheap stuff. We've sort of devolved from a very expensive show to doing the under $20 stuff. But we're only going to keep going as long as that stuff is actually moving. So help me out here. Let's see if we can get it going. I do have some new 90s gimmick bundles I could put up next as well. All right, tell you what, I'm going to give you one last free wall claim, which means after this, we're in sudden death. If we can't keep just one spot open, we're going to go ahead and end it. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. All right, you got 40 seconds left on this wall. And then I've got some fun bundles for you guys and some other cool stuff. I got a lot of cool stuff. I hope we can get to it all. 20 seconds left. Nick, I will do that. All right, that's the timer. But Nick, you should know you are getting that for an actually absurd deal. JLA 12. What was JLA 12? Oh. Huh. That was claimed earlier today, Penguin. Had a couple people reach out about very specific issues, and that's one of the ones that went. All right. All right, let's have some fun with the 90s gimmick pile. A bunch of books there are going to be $5 a piece. So if you get four, you get one free, which basically means instead of $25, it's $20. And what's neat, if you've never done it before, is I keep it random, which means that some of you are going to get piles that actually have like $30, $35. One of these has a Venom Lethal Protector #1, which is a $25 book right there. And you're getting the whole bundle for 20 bucks. So let's get it going. You could just say claim 90s, or you could say claim G or H, because we're kind of resting on both spots. And I'll get that going for you. That'll be on G and H, and that'll be, yeah, I filled this box, so we got plenty. Hold on, guys. I need to go get another towel. This thing is kind of gross. You could say claim 90s, claim G, or claim H, and I'll get you one. Just let me change my bandage here real quick. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, we have just three. Come on, guys. This is the 90s bundle. So it's all sorts of gimmicks, die cuts, all sorts of stuff. Valued at $5 each. It's $25 for 20. But some of these, and I've been really hitting them hard, I've made it so most of these are even more than $25. So I think they're even better mixed bags than they've even been in the past. So, all right. So let's see. Colt, Weddle, and John. All right. Okay. All right. And again, we're in final sudden death. So let's see what we can do about it. Elban. Duelist gets one. All right. Batman. KO's Guy Gardner, Classic Justice League 5. First appearance of Njort, Justice League International, issue 10, near mint. Justice League 31, Classic Adam Hughes, early Adam Hughes, a 1989 in near mint. Same with 34, near mint Adam Hughes on. Can you see? Yeah, you can. First appearance of Josiah Power and the Power Company JLA 61. Little easy $3 one. C goes to Colt. First appearance of Vera Black as well as Schism JLA 100. Colt gets an I and a D. Colt, you have actually pretty much filled up almost an entire short box just yourself, just today. That's pretty good. Justice League Europe 6, near mint, first Crimson Fox on J. Brave and the Bold 12 center, mid to low. It's going to be on C for just $7. 1967, issue 71. This needs a clean, not a press. There's a $20 high. We're doing it for 10. First appearance of Gotham City Sirens. Needs a clean on D. DC Universe logo variants. Catwoman 15 near mint and Catwoman 12 near mint on F. Don't forget we are in sudden death and we have a full wall, which means we have to keep at least one spot open in order for the show to continue. I'm going to put another near mint DC Universe logo up there. All right, where is it? Oh, well, got the. You know what we're going to do, actually, to kind of conserve space? I'm just going to say, let's put all the DC Universe logo near mints on D. So that way it'll be a total mixed, kind of a mystery DC Universe logo clean. A Weddle, and that gives you guys a little more free space. Yeah, look at this. Look at all these near mint DC Universe logos here. Look at that. Woo! You get a mystery DC Universe logo grab on D. All right. Andy gets an I, nothing on I, and an F, nothing on F. Andy, oh no! You might want to refresh, man. We sold this book earlier. Let's see if we can do it again. First, full Black Flash, another gradable candidate on E. All right, Andy, you got one. Ooh, a nice copy. It's like an 8-0 Champions #1. Claim all the DCU. All right, I'll make sure to give you one for free. Thank you for your business. Hey, remember earlier we had those possible 9/8s first 3D man? Well, I found the other batch. This was from a pack that never saw customer hands. So that's particularly cool for a 1977. So that's really neat to find. Perfect copies, first 3D man. We sold one. Here's the other 4. I wish it was a higher key significance. Let's see, 1977. What other major key came out in 1977? Didn't first Spider Girl? Yeah, why couldn't have that have been a first Spider Girl? That would have been a good one. Frank, nice claim. Marvel Premiere 48, First Weird World. Near mint on I also have the first Seeker 3000 near mint Marvel Premiere 41. Frank gets a D and Nick gets a C. First appearance of Cameron Chase and first new Clayface. There's actually a bunch of stuff in here. Uh, really gorgeous copy. Zach's gonna get first Black Flash. Callie Fortune gets Seeker. Colt got B. Strelick got C. All right, here's something weird. An OnStar travel assistance Batman issue. If you like something a little bit weird, it's a high grade. Near mint, first Amanda Waller, Legends 1. JLA number 5. Let me move my gimmicks. That is a nice copy. It is $75, Mr. Penguin. I'll leave it here. That is a nice copy, too. 10 center, too. All right. Phoenix, number 1, first appearance of Phoenix, not the one you're thinking of. That's the Atlas. Penguin takes that. Penguin, let me know what other ones you got. I got 1 through 70 here. And yes, you heard that right. I do have a number 1. First Manhunter, first Sam Lomax, and it's a bondage cover from Atlas Comics. Lomax, number 1. E. Near mint and newsstand. Titans 10. Third appearance of Deathstroke. Let me see. Callie Fortune gets an E. Ron Evers and Origin of Cyborg. Tales of Teen Titans 1. Near mint and a newsie. That's 54. Is 54 one of the ones we actually sold? I thought 54 was one of the ones we sold. Oh, no, here it is. A gorgeous high grade 54. Rat, I got it if you want it. All right. First appearance of Justice League International. Perfect copy. Legends. Wait, why is this still here? First Amanda Waller near mint, guys. First, Jaime Reyes, the more valuable Jim Lee variant on G. Perfect condition. First appearance of Terra near mint. Number 26. Remember, we're in sudden death, so we cannot leave any spaces on the wall. So you just got to claim some books to keep the party going. We'll go to 5 o'clock. Trust me, I got the books to do it. If we can get there. All right, we're going to a timer. You got 1 minute to just claim up one spot. All right. Frank's going to keep us from having to go to the timer. Okay. Near mint minus gauntlet. Rat. All right. Where are we? Rat. That already happened. Rat wants to know number 9. Ooh, beautiful copy. Origin of the JLA. Beautiful. 130. Ow. Did I just get bit by a fly? I feel like that happened last week, too. That'll be on H, Mr. Rat. I regret selling the one I had. Seller's regret. That's the worst, man. All right. Okay. I want to keep us on track here. So let's see. From the Archie series, TMNT Adventures, and I've just got a few of them. It'll be a random grab. I got 14, 9, and 7. They're all about worth $4 or $5, so I'll just put them there. A series starter timer for 1 minute. And that's getting graded. If that doesn't go, that's still over $100, 9.8, right? So that, actually, that's like down to like a $60, 9.8, but I might still do it. All right, Crickets gets 1. Callie gets 1. Whoop. And with that, we get to clear the timer. Thanks, Jimmy. Timberwolf, number 1. Perfect copy. Boom. First appearance of Magni and Modi, and first cameo of Vidar, $15 high. This is a mid-grade, Thor 293 on D. And we'll restart that timer. All right, you have 30 seconds on the wall. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, Weddle did get something. Please hold. Weddle got an F. Claim the other E. Goes to Callie and Cricket. G.H. J. Frank. All right, perfect copy of Warlock and the Infinity Watch, and it's in Mylar on D. First Infinity Watch. X Factor setup issue and return of Jean Grey, FF 286. Nice high grade. Thor 386, another high grade. First appearance of Lear, the Celtic god. H. I've also got first appearance of Monitor, Ouija Dell, Final Crisis 1. A scarce second printing Green Lantern. Trust me, I know all about that stuff, being the Green Lantern guy. And a sealed G.I. Joe 136, tough to find issue, and it's the newsie. Can I get a hell yeah? Crickets gets an H. In its place, we'll put first ongoing Hawk and Dove run. Peachy, what are you doing? Come here. Callie. Hi, honey. People want to see the peach. Here's the baby. Good girl. All right. Callie. That's a good girl. Hawk and Dove #1, first appearance of Dove Dawn Granger, and actually it's a very early Liefeld. Very cool. I have the full run in perfect condition of Infinite Crisis. So you got your first Jaime Reyes, you get your first Blue Beetle, all in near minty. Got a G.I. Joe for. So I have a ton of G.I. Joe, but I don't have it with me. I got that at the antique shop. I bet I do, though. All right, new timer, 1 minute. All right, where are we? Why can I not join the Wi-Fi? That makes no sense. All right, whatever. All right, where are we? J. What is H? What the hell? I can't connect to Wi-Fi. All right. We actually still have no claims, so let's see. Yeah, Penguin, that's fine. Actually, please do that. And actually, Penguin, if you're gonna do that like ASAP, because I'm gonna start doing the invoicing and such. And I'd want to get that slipped in to make sure it goes into this shipment. Okay. All right. So you guys, you got about 15 seconds left here. All you got to do is claim one spot to keep it going. I'm going to extend it another 30 seconds. JLA 42. 42 is one of the ones that's missing. Oh, no, it's not. Metamorpho joins. Got it. 42. Got it if you want it. All right, I'm giving you guys another 10 seconds. All right, guys. Great show today. Here is the link. Not bad for a Saturday. Still, I do miss doing this on Sundays. It's always a shame. I feel like holidays always fall on a Sunday. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Everybody, keep it fresh. Invoices are coming out today. Just be patient, and they'll come out. And I'll see you later. Peace.